Hello! I'm up on the rooftop of the ShrubSMP Town Hall, and I have some news. Since the last episode, I've been down in the Ancient City Restoration Project working out the next couple of villager builds and structures. During that time, it was announced that Season 6 here on the ShrubSMP will be coming to a close. In fact, there would be 2 weeks remaining at the time of this announcement. And while I'm quite happy with the starter island and all the farms I have built over the season, there's still much to do down there in the Ancient City. So for this episode, I realized it's time to shift gears and really focus up on adding as much as I can manage down there. And from there, I plan to continue to do as much as possible heading into the season finale on June 14th, where all of the server will be getting together doing build tours with the server owner. I will then publish a final Season 6 video with the last week's stretch to the finish line and maybe some highlights from that last day also. And I will definitely be doing a full Season 7 series starting from day 1. And I think there's going to be some room for some other optional add-in episodes, like definitely maybe continuing the Ancient City build down there from Season 6 after I get the world download. And another idea that I've kind of been holding on to all this time, which seems like this would be a perfect opportunity to break it out, especially between seasons, is pulling out some of the past season world downloads and going on some build tours from the previous seasons that I've done. Because I think that would be a pretty neat thing to share. But for now, it's time to get back to work and see what kind of progress we can make down there in the Ancient City Restoration Project. Hello, editing classer here. This section unfortunately used incorrect resolution settings. There were some really funny moments in here, so I wanted to keep as much as I could. I did, and at the end of this section, you will see a graphic when we're back to normal. Alright, we're back down underground here in the Ancient City, and right nearby the central feature, there is the old courtyard that I had done a little bit of work on. And one of the smaller little altar features that we've been making all of our little themed villager builds out of. So I'm going to go ahead and use that one for this first one. We're going to get it done real quick and then keep looking around and adding as much as we can, like I said in this episode. So to do that, I've already gathered the materials. I've made the design in a creative world. And I'm going to go down there, start placing blocks, and we'll do a quick little progress update as I go, and then the finished product before we move on to a next structure. The way I really approach this is I kind of get the theme in terms of colors and then, you know, the tools that are going to be involved. We obviously need a brewing stand because it's going to be a cleric. But from there, I think what we're going to start off with is just get the floor in order, and then maybe we'll do a quick little snapshot to see the final product. So to do this, I like crying obsidian because it's obviously purple to go with the rest of the purple theme that we're going to have. But it has some animation to it with the crying. If we see it here, I don't know if I got my particles turned on. We'll have to check a little. There goes a little piece of crying obsidian tear. But as I go around and kind of look at the pattern that I want to have here, in the meantime, like I said, we're going to go ahead and finish building this in the background, and then in just a moment we'll be able to step back. And as a matter of fact, let's do that now. I'll step back, stand behind my shulker box, and do a little quick flick down from a before to after, and it's all complete. Well, almost all complete. We got to bring the villager down here, but let's just quick talk about the theme. So again, going with the purple, and you know, we brought in the amethyst, so now we have some crystals, perfect for a cleric. And then I bought in some of the end because we obviously have the purple purper, and the end rods for extra light. Now we have actually some mystical things. So these are conduits, and they're usually used for underwater applications, but when you place them on a block, they float and they actually give off light on their own. So this place is plenty bright, but it also kind of adds to the mysticism that a cleric might have around them, having these little orbs floating around his stall while he's in here reading his spells on his spell book and brewing up potions to sell and exchange with the other villagers down here. So this is going to be where our cleric hangs out and does his thing. Always one of my favorite parts in Minecraft is dealing with villagers, but I've gotten pretty good at it down here. Haven't had too many mishaps lately, but of course we'll catch it just in case something crazy happens. Alright, I got all the track in, and I've made this a little more complicated than it probably needs to be. And the reason for that is just to add a little bit more excitement as we transport. You can see back behind me in the distance, the track runs all the way up on the upper level here, and right in front of me is where it's going to drop down. There's a slime block in place on one of the honey blocks, because if a villager is in a minecart and they fall on, even on honey blocks, they take damage. And it wouldn't necessarily, you know, send him to his demise, but we don't want to hurt him if we can't help it. So I've thrown a little slime block out there, down there. That will cushion his fall, but it may also make him bounce out. So we may get a little excitement, we may not. I just want to do a little variety. So let's go over there and send the next guy over here and see how he makes out on his trip. All right, fellas, it's time for one of you to get going. Here we go. Who's the lucky man? And off he goes. All right, back down the track as usual. And let's watch him from a distance. We'll watch him from our perch over here and see exactly how this pans out. All right, so he's up. He's going to hit that. And he's not falling. Okay, that didn't work out at all. We got to go up there and push him down. No problem. You lay out a good plan and you see what happens. But, okay, so now we got him right there. Let's just give him a little nudge and then look down and see, make sure he stays in there. So we give him a little push and... Oh, no. Uh-oh. All right, well, that's why we did it. We wanted to have some kind of excitement. Now we got to figure out... He's looking down like he wants to get out. But, hey, how you doing? Yeah, you're going to be a cleric when we get down near that brewing stand, but I pushed you off in the wrong spot. Let's see. How can we do this? I wonder if I could just push the minecart. He's already taken damage, so, you know, our whole goal of trying not to get him hurt didn't quite work out. Do I have any rails? I don't. I'll be right back. You just hang tight and don't fall off the edge, and we'll get some rails, and we'll see if he can get you in there. Alright, I'm back. I got my rails. Let's get up there and see if we can help this guy down a little bit and get him into position. Alright, so now... Oh, you know what? I should have thought about this ahead of time. These are bottom slabs. I cannot place a rail on a bottom slab. Oh boy, now we have an even deeper problem. I think you might just stay there. How about we just leave you up here, huh? And we'll bring another villager around and he'll be the cleric and you'll just be the guy that got stuck up here. No, we can't do that to you. We can't, I mean, it sounds like a funny idea, but we're not going to do it. Well, I wonder if I can just take out these things and let them fall down there. We're gonna do this live. We can always put these things back, so we're gonna take out the materials below them here. We take out that, we take out this, and he falls down. Hey, look, he picked up the fisherman job because of the barrel there. We didn't want that. All right, that's just something else we're gonna have to fix. Now let me get up here with you. Okay, now you're there. Can I push you forward into the slime block is the question. From behind here, let's see if I can just get up there. And then push. And push some more. Alright, we made progress. We've got him halfway down there. Now he's on top of the brewing stand. We do want you to interact with the brewing stand, but not just yet. So let's put this on top of your head there. Put those back and see if I can just keep nudging. Nudge, nudge, nudge. Alright, you're in. You're on the slime block. You're ahead of that. You're still interested in this, so now I have to take this away. This is how Minecraft goes. One problem to the next to the next. So now I take that away, and there he goes. Alright, you're finally a cleric. Good. How do you like your new job? Don't answer that. So, alright, here we go. What are we going to do next? I have to put the barrel in place so he doesn't jump out the back, because the barrel will prevent him from hopping over the brewing stand. Put the barrel there. Put the decorations back on the barrel, which is a potion of regeneration, which, hey, it's purple. Goes with the theme. Alright, and did I have anything here? No, because I don't think he can get over that. Let's put the crystal back in place there. Those were all the items that were there before, so now we can go back around front, do our old hitbox trick with the F3 and B, and knock him out of there. And will he bounce around and escape? That's kind of the question. I have a boat ready in case he really does get out of here. Here we go. I missed. Here we go again. Here we go again. All right, and he hopped up there. No. Don't push. Get down there. No, don't go out the side. Okay. This is perilous. Just get in there. Trust me, you'll like it. Okay, now you're bouncing around. You're gonna hop up again. I have to replace that slime block with honey. I'm gonna do right behind you. Don't mind the honey. Now, don't. Oh, he's fighting back. He's fighting back. Get in there. I got the hitboxes on. He's fighting me. Get in. Okay, we got him in the honey. Turn the hitboxes off. No lack of excitement, as per the usual. And again, as per the usual, I can't reach the minecart to take it back. I really want the minecart back, my man. Take a deep breath and let's just think this through. Well, you're there. You're there and you're stuck there, whether you like it or not. You are going to like it, though, because this is just a cool little build. This, you know, suits your job. You are the cleric now of the area. And we got you a nice little purple theme. You got your floating orbs here, and you got all this other stuff. We'll get you some carpet to stand on. We'll take a deep breath and wrap this guy up and then figure out what the heck we're going to do next now that that excitement's over. Villagers, right? All right, we finally cleaned up the mess. We got everything in place. Replace the carpet, replace the slime block with the honey block. The only thing left to do is to clean up this track and then move on to our next location. So we've done all these little altar locations. I'm going to find one of the more significant builds out there, one of the more significant larger structures, maybe like the one right here behind me. We'll take a look at that in detail and then figure out how to convert that into something interesting and hopefully maybe even get a couple villagers in there. So I'll be back in a minute after I clean up this track. Alright, I am over here at that nearby structure, and you can see on the ground I've put some mycelium around, and that I had done in a previous episode just to kind of give the area a little bit of a feel, and you can see the particles coming off the ground. So I thought, why not add to the spookiness over here, and I had a great idea for a little decorative build to add. And as you can see, one of the features here in this little build is that it has kind of like this altar thing. We got all the candles around, there's the treasure that's usually here, and I kind of felt that there might be able to be a feature here. Now, one of the other things that's part of the vanilla experience is up here on this shelf, there's usually a skeleton skull, and I've since collected it and I've since restored the entire build, but I thought it would be kind of fun to put like an organ, like a little kind of piano thing here, that there might be one of the inhabitants down here and that plays in the open air, and the spookiness that's involved with the mycelium and the particles and the little air of atmosphere that will be in the final form of this build. So to do that, I designed a little piano that we're going to build right now and throw it right here behind me, and it's going to be in the same theme. It's going to be these same colors, just like the warped teal color that comes from the nether. We're going to keep going on with that theme throughout, and then once we're done, we're going to have some fun. We're definitely going to have some fun with one more villager over here, and when we get there, you'll see what the surprise is, but I think it's going to be really cool in the end. Alright, I have my materials, and I'm just going to slap them over here on the wall. Shulker box is open sideways, by the way, in case you didn't notice that. So, have that over here on the wall with all of the different things, including my skeleton skull that I have for that special villager. But we're just going to go ahead and start to tear down the build over here so that we can put what I have in mind in place. And then from there, we'll get the design together. We'll kind of do a quick little cut because we're running out of time with the video, and I want to get to the end. Alright, we removed the chests and got them out of the way. Now, to get started on this is really just going to be quite simple, and some of the things you can do with decorative blocks is to kind of make them into something that they're not. Now, the loom here is typically used by other Minecrafters. I'm going to use it in this case to do like a piano or an organ. Now, in this case, I'm going to use the tops as the keys, and you'll see that as it plays out, but for the time being, we're just going to try to keep it as simple as possible. We're going to keep our teal theme here using that nether wood. I think if we already have the trapdoors, so we can put the trapdoors in the bottom to cover up the front. And what you can do that's solid is use a door. Now, doors can be placed in certain orientations so that they slap up against the side of something, and see if I open it, I can see behind it, and if I close it, it's a nice way to, instead of using a full block, it's a thin block that covers the side, and it's the same color as everything, which is exactly the effect we're looking for. Alright, so now I got a little box in front. What else do we need? We're going to need a couple stairs that we'll use to serve as a bench. So we'll put the first one right in front here. Alright, so we have this. Let's put, I think I have some fence here, so we can put a little railing on either side. And we'll go with a 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of situation. So too high. And from there, let's think about maybe instead of a piano, it's actually an organ. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and put these jukeboxes right alongside. And then from there, we're going to pretend that underneath this organ, there's maybe some piping underneath that leads back up, and we'll utilize these walls to represent the piping. Now, depending on the texture of the wall, like this, they're nice and smooth. They look like you can almost imagine, especially when you stack them up like this, that they could be a pipe or a tube in some cases. And again, it's all about perspective in Minecraft. You can use the same thing in multiple applications and really kind of go for the effect that you're looking for. Speaking of effects that I'm looking for, these copper rods, now they start in this orientation, but if I break out this middle one and then point it into the bottom, they now get connected like this, and it looks a little more like it's holistic, like this thing is actually being connected into a little more of a coherent structure. And again, so now you get the impression, like the more I build this up, the more it may actually become, if you really kind of go with the flow, that it could be an organ that pipes out music into the air, into some mysterious place down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to finish this off and show you the final form, and then from there we'll do the fun little part of bringing in that last villager, and that's where the excitement is going to be, because he's going to be a free roaming villager. We're going to trap him, but not exactly, you know, make him a full captive, and I'll show you that when we get him down here. But I'll continue to finish this off, and we'll be back in just a moment after we see how to polish this thing off. We'll throw a little more detail in the top half of the organ, and then bring that villager over here. Maybe this guy will behave. Alright, we've got it all finished up. Let's take a look and see what we've got. as you can see, we finished off the top, just got plenty of that teal color, and we have our keys. You can just kind of walk up and play the keys. We got our sheet music on top of our lectern there, and we got the pipes in place that might be bellowing out. I could probably add some more detail to this. I'll figure out how to do that at a later time, but enough structure for now. To end this video, I think we're going to have to go visit our friends over at the Villager Breeder. All right, we're all set. We got the tracks all laid out. You can see off in the distance, there's our build. We got the tracks heading over to it. We got our next candidate. Let's fire him up and head him on it. Wait, what happened? They didn't quite exactly get fired up. Let's try that again, and we'll fire it up. There he goes. I just had to wait for the delay, I guess. All right, so now he's heading over. And watch him come in. There he goes. Okay, we met him here. Now, he's kind of standing in front of this little setup that I have here, which is a dispenser with an item in it, which is our skeleton skull. And when you have a dispenser, all you need to do is do a little redstone, and it will dispense onto whatever is adjacent. And that's our friend here. So let's go ahead and do it. Oh man, I want to do it so you can see it. Well, we'll do it. It'll be a reveal. So if I flick the lever and I head around to the other side, oh, there he is. So now he's wearing the skeleton skull, and he's going to be like that until, well, until he's not around anymore, I guess is what we could say. So we'll flick the leather off, we'll take down this setup, and now we have to kind of give him a job. So he looks a little plain in these plain brown clothes. So we're going to go ahead and break down this setup. We'll get rid of all the carts. Well, we'll get rid of the minecart underneath so he doesn't go anywhere. But now that he's kind of in here, I'm going to let him be free range, that is. So he's going to wander around in here, and he'll probably even wander up here and maybe even get up in there. Hopefully he doesn't fall into the fire. But the exits, I have the exits blocked off with these half slabs so that unless you duck, like I just did, you can't get in and out. And I've got one exit here and one exit over here and one exit over on the other side somewhere right there. And hopefully he behaves. Turn on our bounding boxes. We'll get him out of there and see what happens. He should go right for the organ and become a weaver. All right, so he's out. He's free ranging. Just kind of getting the lay of the land. Let's see if I can kind of get him to come over this direction. Hey, buddy, don't you want your job? Oh, wait. Yeah, no, I thought I saw him moving. We may have to... Yeah, don't you see your... Wait, do I put them down? You can't see them. All right, we're going to break these. We're going to break one because we only want them to be interested in that first one. Hey, buddy, see it? Do you see it? No, you don't. Let's put a pathing block down so that he can head that way. Now do you see it? It's right there, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Get a little... I'm going to push you in. Come on, dude. Behave, will you? This is your home. We need to get you in a new outfit. This brown coat just ain't going to cut it. Come on. All right, you're... Why, dude? All right, so if I open the door, will you be interested? Now he's going to go up there. All right, we want you to be interested. Oh, you know what? I bet you it's the time. It's nighttime. It's not me. It's the time. If I sleep... Watch, he'll then maybe be interested in that. So if I sleep over here, so he's not interested in my bed, when I wake up, take my bed back. What's he doing now? Let's see, where are you? Oh, yes, he's going directly. Okay, that's all I had to do. Now look at him, he's got a cool little outfit. And I picked this for a couple reasons. One, since we're gonna put all the jobs down here, I really didn't have a need for a weaver, so I wanted to use the loom for the piano, which made perfect sense. That's kind of how I decided on the build. And also... I mean, look at this guy. Oh, look, he's already trying to escape, but you see, it doesn't work because you can't do it. Only I can do it. No. But yeah, he's got this cool little white coat, so it kind of makes him look like he belongs here. I almost went with the butcher one, which is a similar theme, but he looked like he was a little bit more, he had like this leather belt, and he looked a little bit like a gladiator. So he's going to be our piano player, and because of the skull helmet and the spooky atmosphere and everything that's going on here with the mycelium, maybe he has more secrets up his sleeves that we're unaware of, but we'll get to that in some of the lore later as he's exploring his new environment. But if I did my job right, he's stuck here forever and he will never get away. And if you get away, I'm going to chase you down and bring you back because that's the fun of Minecraft mechanics. Villagers, they're unpredictable, as always. We saw earlier in this episode, and we see in other episodes, they just go everywhere. He may even go in that fire for all I know. But for now, oh, hey, look, I got a new friend. It's me and you, buddy. We're going to be down here, except I'm not going to stay here and join you. You're going to stay here by yourself, and I'm heading out of here. But yeah, now as we look down over the 2 new builds that we've added to the Ancient City Restoration Project, we are going to end this episode. I think between now and June 14th, when the server comes to a close, I'm going to continue to do just a little more work down here. We'll add some more villagers down in some themed builds using some of the larger structures like the one we just finished on today, and then also get some fun activity and anything that we may catch from the final day on the server when all the members will be on, including the server owner, and we start doing our build tours. From there, we'll have to decide, like I said at the beginning, whether or not we move on with the world and how we manage it, but we will certainly be starting a whole new season, Season 7, Episode 1, at some point. But in the meantime, again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.